Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Lose It With Me. I apologize for last week's video never going up. It was my intention to do it when I got back from my travels, but it didn't work out that way. I'm sitting here looking out the window at my wife flashing me. I took her to the gym this morning, and it wasn't a pretty sight. You know, she is walking around now complaining about her legs hurt and her back hurts, and I've been doing this every day now for 2.5 months. So had she chose to join me 2.5 months ago, then we wouldn't be hearing all the complaining today. But you know, women, you can't live with them, you can't kill them. Just playing. All my women viewers, I love you guys. Just wanted to kind of touch base with everyone, get back on track. The thing that probably was most disappointing about not getting to post my video last Monday was that it was the weigh-in day, the 29th. No, what was that? It was the Monday after Thanksgiving, and I posted my weigh-in numbers on Facebook, but I didn't get a chance to talk about them, so I'll talk about them now. I was extremely disappointed. I'm a very positive person. I'm going to be positive throughout this journey, but I must honestly say that contrary to what I try to do, which is to not have expectations of what's going to happen, I just try to do the process and let the results end up where they may. I'm human and I have expectations. In the past, when I've embarked on losing weight, in the earlier days, I lose a lot of weight fast because I had so much to lose. So when I went through the first 4-week period and only lost 15 pounds, whereas 3 years ago when I started this, I lost 15 pounds in the first week. So 4 weeks and 15 pounds, had me kind of discouraged, but I kept trudging on. And then after 4 more weeks to lose an additional 6 pounds, I must honestly say I was a little sad that day. I got all the people who support and show love telling me that I've been lifting so much that I'm adding muscle and that the muscle weighs more than fat, and I know that to be true. That an inch of muscle weighs more than an inch of fat, and if I'm growing, the density of my muscles, I'm going to not show a bigger number on the scale. And that was one of the reasons I chose to weigh myself every 4 weeks instead of every week, was to give some time to the growth of muscles and the loss of fat to kind of balance themselves out and still show good numbers every month. But Thanksgiving, I went hard. Thanksgiving is my national holiday. It's my birthday, and then it's Thanksgiving. I ate more than my fair share. But I will honestly say, compared to Thanksgivings of the past, I didn't go in like I normally go in. And on the following days, I didn't continue to eat like and have multiple Thanksgiving dinners for days afterwards, which I normally would do. I did eat the Thanksgiving food for several days, but ate small portions, and I left the breads alone after the first day. I left the desserts alone after the second day, and I was pretty well behaved, pretty good for my standards. What I think I have come to the conclusion of, though, and this is something that only I could do for myself after having 8 weeks, now 9 weeks having passed, is starting to realize just how important the eating side of this process is. For me, the exercise side comes easier. Doesn't come easy, but it comes easier. Like I said before, I'm a former athlete. I know what it is to get into the gym and to work hard, and I have been working very hard in the gym, and I'm seeing great results number-wise. If you've been following the posts on Facebook, the amount of strength that I'm gaining and just the different exercises that I can accomplish, and my treadmill workout. At 15% incline this morning, I ran 6.5 miles per hour for my final minute, and I had 0.4 increases for every interval except for the ninth one, the ninth intensity level. So all my exercises are posted on the Facebook page, the loseitwithmeblog.com and Facebook. But I'm just right now realizing that, and I don't want to say this to discourage anybody else, because it's not, I try to be positive all the time, but I think to really cut to the chase and say what's on my mind, my view of food in general is going to have to become a thing of the past as I start to move forward and continue to try to get healthier. And that may sound very obvious to most people, and it's obvious to me, but what I will say is it's truly sad to me. Like, I enjoy eating. And the fact now that I realize that I'm going to have to eat things that I just don't enjoy and eat a lot less of everything, it saddens me. I would gladly work 3 times harder in the gym to be able to eat what I want, but there just is no way to, as some trainers that I'm familiar with say, there's no way to work off a bad diet. And all of the, you can go to a treadmill at 15% incline and run 10 miles per hour for an hour, and you're going to burn 700 calories. And a slice of pizza, 2 slices of pizza is 700 calories. So you can't work off the bad foods you eat in the long run. In the long run, you just have to eat better. And I'm resigning myself to that and realizing that the days of enjoying food may be behind me. I may just have to really sit down to eat strictly for nourishment purposes and get no enjoyment of it, not watch TV ever again, because every commercial is showing you something that's supposed to be enjoyable about food. In business, all my meetings are dinner meetings or lunch meetings. I'm going to cancel all of those and start, having meetings in the park and walking and things like that. It's just, it seems very much an uphill battle to live a lifestyle where you can eat what you want, and even if it's in moderation, as people say, and get into relatively good shape. So, I'm a little saddened by this. I'm not at all discouraged of my ability to get to where I want to get. I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there by eating oatmeal and chicken salad and grilled chicken salad and protein shakes for dinner. Like it saddens me. I must say, I'll get over it. I'll be more upbeat next week, I'm sure. But right now, I got to say that the gravity of this is weighing on me, and it's just very discouraging. It's very saddening to me. But I'm gonna keep grinding. I've been eating a lot better than I've eaten before I got into this. People have been commenting on. I post what I eat. Everything that crosses my lips, I post it on Facebook, and I've been getting a lot of, I don't even call it criticism, but suggestions that I'm not eating healthy enough. And I try to tell people over and over and over again that it wasn't my intention to start off eating picture perfect healthy. It was my intention to just get into the habit of writing down what I eat, to look at it, be able to look at it in the past week and say, oh, this is what I eat, and then make the adjustments as time passed. What I'm looking at, I look at it completely different, I guess, than these people who are always commenting on the number of vegetables I'm not eating or the number of carbs I'm eating too many of. Is, for me, since October 1st, and now here it is, December 3rd today. So for 2 months and 2 days, I have not had a Snickers. I haven't been to Wendy's. I haven't been to McDonald's. I haven't had a bag of Doritos. There's been so much stuff that I haven't done in this last 9.5, 10-week period that I'm extremely proud of myself. Those are things I don't mind cutting out and maybe never having again. When I talk about the stuff that's discouraging, like, having a cheeseburger or pancakes and sausage for breakfast, and just not worrying about the fact of, are you not going to be able to be in shape because you ate pancakes and sausage? It's just those things that are really starting to weigh on me. But I did see an interesting infomercial this weekend for a guy named Rocco something. He's a cook. He has a book called Eat This. It's not the Eat This, Not That book that's made for the restaurants when you're out. It's actually a cookbook that shows you how to make comfort foods that most people enjoy at 2/3 of the normal calories and fat content than normal. So I'm gonna get the book and see if maybe there's some things in there I can start to follow to make it not so just boring and dreadful. There's one trainer that's a Facebook friend of mine. He always posts his food and stuff like that, and he's always talking about how delicious it is. It's like salmon, asparagus, and quinoa, whatever that is. Dude, I've eaten those things. They're not delicious. They're tolerable. I won't throw up if I eat them, but they're not delicious. That's the stuff that bothers me, is when people put on there, had this salmon over asparagus with a beet salad, and it was delicious. No, pecan pie with buttered pecan ice cream, that is delicious. Grilled salmon, asparagus, and quinoa, not delicious. Okay, let's just straighten that out right now. Now, if you're telling me that I can no longer eat delicious foods if I want to be in shape, I'll accept that and I'll man up. But don't lie to me and tell me that quinoa and fish oil is delicious. I know it's not delicious. I've eaten it. So that's my rant and rave for the day. I'm going to weigh myself again on Christmas Eve. It'll be 4 weeks, December 24th, and I expect a much better number. Like I said, I'm tightening up the diet side of things, and the workouts are just getting more and more intense. I've started to increase my attention to supplements as well to make sure that I'm getting the proper protein in myself and recovery after workouts. So I'm looking forward to continuing on. I'm feeling better than I've ever felt. Let me give you the good news. Like, I feel great. The workouts are coming along great. I'm getting excited. I'm learning new moves. I'm getting Muscle Fitness and some other magazines to try and vary the workout. I'm really enjoying myself. This is the best thing that I've ever done for myself. So don't let the discouraging or the sadness in my voice from the whole diet realization thing make you think that I'm giving up or think this is impossible. It's just, I guess reality is, I guess I was kidding myself. I truly believe that if I, sacrificed for a year of eating bad things and worked out and got to an ideal weight, that I could go back to eating whatever I wanted to, and as long as I was working out, not get this big again. And I probably could not get this big again, but the reality is that I'll put 10 to 15 pounds on, which, what was the point of doing all this work if I'm going to gain weight again? So it's just what it's going to be. I will say this, 20 years ago, I dated a girl who, she'll remain nameless, but she did give me a beautiful daughter. And she was studying to be a nurse, and on our second date, I went to go add table salt to my food, and she'd like to have a heart attack right there at the table. Like, "What are you doing?" Screaming and hollering at me. And I said, "What are you talking about? I'm putting salt on this food." She said, "Don't add salt to your food. People cook with salt. There's plenty of salt in your food. Don't add it." Now, I looked at her like she had four heads. Like, who doesn't put salt on French fries, salt in grits, salt on most of the food that you have in front of you when you go to eat? Put salt and pepper on it. But for whatever reason, I have no idea why. I guess I just took it as a personal challenge. I stopped adding salt to my food 20 years ago, dealing with this young lady who's an old lady now. So, and 3 months, not even 3 months, maybe 2 months into it, she was 100% correct. I have not added salt to my food in 20 years, and I don't think anything is bland. I taste the salt that the food naturally has in it or that people cook with because I haven't added any salts in so long. I guess I have a heightened taste and tolerance for the salt that is already in the food. And I'm hoping that this whole needing to eat clean and eat healthy is the same way. I'm hoping that, as they say, it takes 21 days to build a habit, that after eating rabbit food and quinoa and all this crap that, Whole Foods sells and is healthy for you and it's just not delicious, that 21 days, 40 days, whenever, that I'd be like, you know what, this is all right. I can deal with this and go to, give me some tofu. Let me chop some tofu up today. I need some tofu. I'm hoping that that's what happens. So, stay positive, roll with me, lose it with me. I'll see you next week. Peace.